The air crackled with tension. Every breath felt heavy, laden with the weight of uncertainty and fear. The atmosphere was thick, almost tangible, as if the very air itself was holding its breath, waiting for the next moment of chaos to erupt. Gunfire echoed through the narrow streets, a relentless reminder of the conflict that had engulfed the area. The sharp staccato bursts of sound were punctuated by the occasional, more ominous booms of larger explosions. Each shot fired was a stark reminder of the fragility of life in this war-torn place. A cloud of dust and smoke hung heavy in the air, a grim testament to the destruction that had been wrought. The acrid smell of burning filled the nostrils, mingling with the metallic tang of blood. The ground was littered with debris, the remnants of buildings and lives shattered by the relentless conflict. A young woman, barely out of her teens, sprinted towards the sound of chaos. Her name is Fatima. Her heart pounded in her chest, not just from the exertion, but from the sheer determination that drove her forward. Each step she took was a defiance of the fear that threatened to paralyze her. She is a volunteer lifesaver in Jenin, and today, like countless other days, her courage is put to the test. Fatima had seen more in her few years than most people see in a lifetime. The horrors of war had become a daily reality, but she refused to let them define her. Instead, she chose to fight back in the only way she knew how, by saving lives.
A military raid has erupted and casualties are mounting. Every second counts. The urgency of the situation was palpable, each moment ticking by with a deafening silence that contrasted sharply with the chaos around. The cries for help, the moans of the injured, and the distant rumble of conflict created a symphony of despair.
Fatima reaches the scene, her heart pounding. She takes a deep breath, steeling herself for the task ahead. The sight that greets her is one of utter devastation. Bodies lie scattered, some moving, some eerily still. The ground is stained with blood, and the air is filled with the sounds of suffering. Injured civilians lie scattered amidst the rubble, each one a story, a life interrupted by the cruel hand of war. Some cry out in pain, others lie silent, their eyes wide with shock and fear. The scene is chaotic, a stark reminder of the human cost of conflict. Fear and pain etched on their faces. The expressions of those around her are a mirror of the turmoil within. Yet, amidst the fear, there is also a glimmer of hope, a desperate plea for salvation that drives Fatima to act. But Fatima pushes these images aside. She has a job to do. Her training kicks in, and she moves with purpose, her mind focused on the task at hand. There is no room for hesitation, no time for doubt. Lives depend on her ability to stay calm and act swiftly. With steady hands and unwavering resolve, she assesses the wounded, prioritizing the most critical. Her eyes scan the scene, quickly identifying those in the most immediate need of help. She moves from one person to the next, her hands working with practiced efficiency. Adrenaline surges through her veins as she works tirelessly to stabilize a young man with a shrapnel wound. The injury is severe, and time is of the essence. She applies pressure to the wound, her hands steady despite the chaos around her. Her focus is absolute, her determination unwavering. The sharp crackle of gunfire serves as a constant reminder of the danger that surrounds them. Each shot fired is a stark reminder of the precariousness of their situation. Yet Fatima remains undeterred, her resolve only strengthening in the face of adversity. But Fatima refuses to be deterred. Her bravery, a beacon of hope in the face of despair. She knows that her actions, no matter how small, can make a difference. In a world torn apart by conflict, she chooses to be a force for good, a symbol of resilience and hope. Jenin, a city etched in history, a symbol of resilience, but also a city scarred by conflict. For decades, its people have endured recurring cycles of violence and uncertainty. Military raids are a grim reality, leaving behind a trail of destruction and despair. In this volatile environment, providing basic medical aid becomes an act of defiance, a testament to the unyielding human spirit.
The volunteers of Jenin understand this all too well. They operate in a constant state of alert, ready to respond at a moment's notice. The risks are immense. Crossfire, tear gas, and the threat of arrest are ever-present dangers. Yet these courageous individuals refuse to be paralyzed by fear. They are driven by a profound sense of duty, a belief that every life is precious and deserves to be saved.
Among the ranks of these volunteer lifesavers, you'll find ordinary people performing extraordinary acts of bravery. They are the backbone of our community, stepping up when the need is greatest, often putting their own lives at risk to save others. Their courage and selflessness are a beacon of hope in the darkest of times. Young men and women driven by compassion and a deep-seated love for their community. They come from different backgrounds, each bringing their unique skills and perspectives to the table. Whether it's providing medical aid, distributing food and water, or simply offering a comforting presence, these volunteers are united by a common goal: to help those in need. Each one carries their own story, their own motivations for answering the call to service. Some have experienced loss and hardship firsthand, while others are driven by a desire to give back to the community that has supported them. Their stories are as diverse as the individuals themselves, but they all share a common thread of resilience and determination.
There's Ahmed, a soft-spoken university student who dreams of becoming a doctor. He spends his weekends volunteering at the local clinic, gaining practical experience and learning from seasoned professionals. For Ahmed, this work is not just about building his resume, it's about making a tangible difference in the lives of others. He sees his volunteer work as a way to gain practical experience while making a tangible difference in the lives of others. Ahmed's dedication is evident in the way he interacts with patients, always with a gentle touch and a reassuring smile. He knows that even the smallest act of kindness can have a profound impact on someone's life. Then there's Layla, a young mother who lost her brother during a previous raid. The pain of that loss is still fresh, but instead of letting it consume her, Layla has channeled her grief into action. She volunteers with a local support group, helping other families who have experienced similar tragedies. Haunted by the memory, she vowed to dedicate her life to ensuring that no one else suffers the same fate. Layla's strength and compassion are an inspiration to everyone she meets. She knows that she can't change the past, but she is determined to make a difference in the present and future.
These volunteers come from all walks of life, united by their shared humanity. They are teachers, students, parents, and professionals, all coming together to support their community in times of crisis. Their diverse backgrounds and experiences make them a formidable force, capable of tackling any challenge that comes their way, an unwavering commitment to saving lives. They work tirelessly, often behind the scenes, to ensure that help is always available when it's needed most. Their efforts are not always recognized, but they continue to serve with humility and dedication, knowing that their work is making a difference. They are the unsung heroes of Jenin, a testament to the indomitable spirit that resides within us all. Their stories remind us of the power of community and the importance of coming together in times of need. These volunteers are a shining example of what it means to be truly selfless, and their contributions will never be forgotten. The physical wounds of war are often the most visible, but the invisible scars left on the hearts and minds of those who witness its horrors can be equally debilitating. These unseen injuries can linger long after the physical wounds have healed, affecting every aspect of a person's life. The mental toll of such experiences can manifest in various ways, from nightmares and flashbacks to severe anxiety and depression. The emotional burden carried by those who have seen the worst of humanity can be overwhelming, often leading to a sense of isolation and despair. The volunteer lifesavers of Jenin bear witness to unimaginable suffering daily. They are often the first responders in the most harrowing situations, providing critical care and support to those in desperate need. Their work is not just physically demanding, but also emotionally draining, as they are constantly exposed to scenes of pain and loss. The weight of their responsibilities can be crushing, as they strive to save lives while grappling with their own emotional responses to the tragedies they encounter. They confront death, trauma, and the fragility of life head-on. Each day brings new challenges and new heartbreaks as they navigate the chaos and uncertainty of crisis situations. The emotional resilience required to face such adversity is immense, and many volunteers find themselves struggling to cope with the relentless stress and pressure. The constant exposure to traumatic events can take a significant toll on their mental health, leading to burnout and emotional exhaustion.
While their courage and selflessness are undeniable, it's crucial to acknowledge the profound mental and emotional toll this work takes on them. The psychological impact of their experiences can be long-lasting, affecting their relationships, their sense of self, and their overall well-being. Many volunteers struggle with feelings of helplessness and guilt, questioning whether they could have done more to save those they couldn't reach in time. The emotional scars they carry are a testament to the depth of their compassion and dedication. Many struggle with PTSD, anxiety, and survivor's guilt. These conditions can be debilitating, making it difficult for them to return to their normal lives after their volunteer work is done. The memories of the crises they have faced can haunt them, leading to sleepless nights and a constant state of hypervigilance. The support of mental health professionals is crucial in helping them process their experiences and begin to heal, but the journey to recovery can be long and challenging.
The constant exposure to violence, the fear for their own safety, and the weight of the responsibility they carry leave an indelible mark. The emotional and psychological strain can be overwhelming, leading to a sense of hopelessness and despair. Yet, despite these challenges, many volunteers find a sense of purpose and fulfillment in their work. They are driven by a deep-seated desire to help others and make a difference in the world, even in the face of overwhelming odds. Despite these challenges, they persevere, drawing strength from their shared experiences and the unwavering support of their community. The bonds they form with their fellow volunteers provide a source of comfort and resilience, helping them to navigate the emotional highs and lows of their work. The sense of camaraderie and mutual support is a vital lifeline, offering a sense of belonging and understanding that can be hard to find elsewhere. Their resilience is a testament to the power of the human spirit to overcome even the darkest of times. The strength and determination they display in the face of adversity are truly inspiring, serving as a reminder of the incredible capacity for compassion and courage that exists within us all. Their stories of perseverance and hope offer a beacon of light in the midst of darkness, showing us that even in the most challenging circumstances, the human spirit can endure and triumph. There is no typical day for a volunteer lifesaver in Jenin. They live in a perpetual state of readiness, their lives intertwined with the unpredictable rhythm of conflict. One moment, they could be sharing tea with friends, the next, racing towards the sound of gunfire. They carry their medical kits everywhere, a constant reminder of their commitment. Their phones are always on, ready to receive alerts from their network of informants within the city.
When the call comes, they spring into action, their training kicking in instinctively. Their work extends beyond providing immediate medical care. They also play a vital role in transporting the wounded to hospitals, often navigating dangerous roadblocks and checkpoints.
Their presence brings comfort and reassurance to those in need, a glimmer of hope in the midst of chaos.